All right, guys, I'd like to welcome everybody in. Hey, let's talk sports. We're here on a Wednesday. I am off today, so we're going to do some YouTube here with the Ohio State Buckeyes. Coming off a big win against Wisconsin. They were at home, obviously. C.J. Stroud looking good. We're going to talk about the tight end, Stover. He did an awesome job, actually player of the game. And let's see, Trayvon Henderson did all right. Mayan Williams did good. I like the 1-2 punch combo that we have in the backfield. Offensive line looking really well. Defensive side dominating. So I was going to talk a little bit about here. I got it up. No timetable set for the return of Ohio State football's Jackson Smith and Jigba. And this is coming off Ohio Dispatch. Ohio State football tight end Mitch Rossi opens up about the offense, Cade Stover. Cade Stover, like I said, is looking really, really good. Smith and Jigba first appeared to injure his hamstring in the season opener over Notre Dame when he was tackled in the first quarter, so we saw that. Ryan Day says it's a long season. I don't think we want to move forward until we all feel really good about everything. And then Ohio State plays Rutgers this Saturday. So that should be an easy dub. Here's another quote. I know he's frustrated, but we're not as far away as we think. And if he just has the mindset of showing up every day and getting as much treatment as he can to take care of his body, this will be behind us. We still got a lot of football left to play. Here he is on the sideline watching the game from last week. Let's see. He also sat against Arkansas State in the second week before coming back against Toledo. When asked if he regretted Smith and Jigba's return against Toledo, they said they had no second thoughts. So, hamstring, not good, but we have some decent wide receivers that are coming into play, and they're doing really, really well. But with Cade Stover, I never even really knew of him until like last week when he stepped up. He had two. Cade Stover, his first career touchdown reception. Tried to jump over the Badgers corner, Jay Shaw. Instead, he got flipped over into the end zone, and that was an awesome play. I'll tell you that much. Here's some pictures and videos. I got some nice little photos and stuff. There's Tommy Eichenberger. Love Tommy. Love Tommy Eichenberger. I love a little bit of linebacker action. Remember back in the day when it was linebacker U? I think it was AJ Hawk, which I have AJ Hawk's jerseys. I had it for like over 15 years now. It's the only Ohio State jersey I have. It's the only Ohio State jersey I'm probably going to keep for a long time. Then we had, Schlegel? I don't think Schlegel went to the NFL. And then Bobby Carpenter. Bobby Carpenter played for a little bit, a couple years for the Dallas Cowboys, by the way. He missed him in the end zone. C.J. Stroud missed him in the corner of the end zone a week earlier against Toledo, but they still dominated. Second touchdown catch was a cousin of the first. C.J. Stroud sold a bootleg carry, drew a pair of Badger defenders toward him. Then he flicked the ball over their heads to Stover, wide open again in the end zone. Said he had been exactly that wide open when practicing all week. So there you go. Swiss Army knife. Trayvon Henderson and Mayan Williams. You got the Mayan Williams, the big-time pin baller, taking it right to your ass, knocking over people. Then you got Trayvon all day, bouncing off tacklers, making people miss, doing his thing. The Ohio State versus Rutgers spread lines, Week 5, college football pick'ems. I'm going to try to do some live, too, coming up here soon. I just wanted to throw a video down here because I haven't done a YouTube video in quite a while. And I might even do a Dallas Cowboy one later today as well. So we're just going to try to stick with local teams, but Dallas is up there. We're going to talk about football. I think we're just going to do football all the time. So Rutgers is perfect through 3 games. Got a loss, 17-point loss to Iowa. Buckeyes are obviously 4-0, demolishing Wisconsin. Ohio State Rutgers odds spread predictions. Ohio State has a comfortable 98.3% chance of winning. Rutgers only has a 1.7 chance. Odd makers tend to agree that Ohio State comes into the game as strong as a 41.5 point favorite. Oh my goodness. I think that's one of the highest spreads this year. This is according to SI Sportsbook, with the over-under set for 59.5. I think they'll definitely get that, especially if Ohio State plays the way they did last weekend. FPI projects the Buckeyes will win 11.7 games of the season with a 58.2% chance to win the Big Ten. That's it. Should have more than that. 77.9 shot to make the playoffs. So we have a 78% chance of making the playoffs and only a 58 chance to win the Big Ten. 23.9% to win it all. So we're sitting at, if you round up, 24%. Ohio State is estimated to be 27.5 points better than the teams on its schedule on average. AP Top 25 voters kept Ohio State in a number 3 position this week, which is bullshit. I think Ohio State should be a solid 2. Georgia's obviously, the eye test, Georgia obviously looks like the number 1 team in college right now. But Ohio State should be right there. Alabama's barely squeaking by these games with almost losing to Tennessee a couple weeks ago. Let's see here. How to watch it, I think it's going to be on the Big Ten Network. I believe it's at like 4 o'clock or something like that. But I don't know why the AP poll has Ohio State at number 3, but they do have Michigan at number 4. Interesting enough, I have a poll question here if you guys want to get in on this for me. So, if, like they did last year, the SEC, they went Alabama, Georgia in the college football playoffs. I think if we win out, say Ohio State, Michigan wins out, and just for playoff sake, Ohio State loses to Michigan back-to-back years. Harbaugh's looking like a freaking god up there. And then would that put Ohio State and Michigan in the conversation for the college football playoffs? I believe it should. I believe it would. But we'll see what the committee says because they love some SEC football up there and in the committees. So that kind of pisses me off about that. A lot of SEC teams up there in the top 10. You got Tennessee, Kentucky, you got Alabama, Georgia. It's like half of them are SEC teams. USC's up there looking nice. Clemson top 5. Utah kind of dropped, but they're down at 12. This is the AP poll. But, you know, you never know. You never know what's going to happen at the end of the season. It's still early. So we did the spread. Did the Badger game. 52-21. That was a dominating performance, by the way, by the Buckeyes. I like Joe Klatt. Joe Klatt and Kirky they're going to give Ohio State the nod here for a number 2. They got them at number 2. So that's nice. I want to go to a Buckeyes game this year. I really wish I could go to a Buckeyes game. This is talking about the depth chart with the defensive tackle rotation that Ohio State has. Kind of anxious to see there. Watch that during the Rutgers game. That's like saying what channel. They get the Big Ten Network. On this day in sports history, going to take you back. If you guys watch, I'm watching Boardwalk Empire. Really awesome show. Highly recommend on HBO Max. But anyway, PGA Championship 1921. 4th PGA Championship. Walter Hagen at Inwood CC, Far Rockaway, New York, wins the PGA Championship. Only the 4th PGA Championship back in 1921. Taking you back to 1930, Lou Gehrig. Errorless streak ends at 885 consecutive games. That's nice. Check this out. 1941, ended the baseball season with 406 batting average. Mr. Ted Williams. On this day in sports history, 1955, first World Series color TV broadcast on NBC. Yanks beat the Dodgers. 1974, California Angel Nolan Ryan, 3rd no-hitter, beats Minnesota Twins by 4-0. Muhammad Ali, 1976, beats Ken Norton in a 15 for heavyweight boxing title, went 15 rounds with him. Taken in 1979, Larry Holmes beats Ernie Shavers by TKO in the 11th round in Las Vegas for WBC heavyweight boxing title. On this day in sports history, my friends, September 28th, 1988, LA Dodger Oral Hershiser, I remember watching him as a kid, breaks former Dodger Don Drysdale's record by pitching 59 consecutive scoreless innings. 59 consecutive scoreless innings. Can you believe that? 1993, Dennis Martinez, his 7th to win 100 games in NL and AL. Television finale, 1994, Ken Burns documentary miniseries, baseball TV miniseries, last airs on PBS. I don't know what that was about. 1997, a lot of controversy around this guy. St. Louis Cardinals, Mark McGwire hits his 58th home run of 1997, 34 with the Oakland A's. And then we're going to fast forward to 2018. Cristiano Ronaldo accused of rape in 2009. U.S. lawsuit filed in Nevada. Didn't know that one. And there, that nice little negative note ends it. But we're going to go ahead and do some NHL since hockey's coming up. 2020, on this day in sports history, Stanley Cup Final, Rogers Place, Edmonton, Alberta. Tampa Bay Lightning claims second championship in franchise history with a 2-0 game 6 win over Dallas Stars. Win it. Series 4-2. So that should wrap up the show. Hope you guys kind of enjoyed it. We're going to go probably Dallas Cowboys later today. Love you guys. God bless. Tip the waitress.